This is for all you multi-talented, multitasking, multi-everything people out there. Take it away.
Find your glory, write your story, fearless feet will carry you. Time you own it, take your moment, be a fire burning through. Hustling from night until morning, grinding it out, it won't be long. Feel your power, it's your hour, you inspire, you are strong.
Enjoy your Zoa. No applause? You're all fired.
Hey, good morning, America. Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Good morning, America.
Money. Are you ready? They are ready. Covering the biggest events in the country right now.
There's a lot going on here this morning.
It's always a good time. That's what the show's about.
That's good.
Really good.
Very good.
Coming in hot. Jimmy coming in hot.
It's far from elementary.
Good morning, America. I'm not going to try to strut like Michael or anything.
I have known George a long, long time.
Have you ever gotten him to dance?
Look at that face.
You don't just see it, you feel it.
I'm in.
I'm in.
I'm in too.
I'll be there.
I am here and so happy.
I'm in.
I'm in too.
I'm in.
That tells you something when Snoop Dogg's in. Michael, George, where?
Ginger.
Prepare for a journey beyond imagination, beyond belief, beyond anything you've experienced before. Universal Epic Universe, a new theme park where you'll step through extraordinary portals to 5 immersive worlds. Prepare for a cosmic voyage of discovery, an isle of fire-breathing excitement, a shadowy world of monsters and mystery, new wonders in the wizarding world, and a new way to play. Plus the splendor of a magnificent resort hotel overlooking the park. It's all new excitement at Universal Orlando Resort. A week's worth of vacation thrills with 4 amazing theme parks, a variety of spectacular themed hotels, and incredible dining and entertainment. It's all at Universal Orlando Resort, where you'll find new adventures every day. Explore the astonishing worlds of Universal Epic Universe at Universal Orlando Resort.
Well. Good morning to you, and you. Good morning to you all. Wait a minute. That's not a virtual tour background music, or is it? We got a new tune around here. I can't wait for you to hear it. As you all know, we have had Part of the Game by Velveteen be our theme song, right? Not theme farm, but theme song for so long. But we have a new one, and wait till you hear the lyrics. This is the beat of it, and I promise you, you are going to lose it when you hear it. So we got that for you. Then this morning, of course, Universal's Epic Universe Stardust Racers is back open this morning. Yes, it is. So we'll talk about that. Ayesha Curry, she's a human being that's in the world, and she exists like you and me. But what she said about her marriage and her children, oh, my Lord Jesus. Man, there are consequences for what you say. We'll talk about that. 50 Cent has stepped into the group chatterization about Nicki Minaj and Cardi B. That's right, you heard me correctly. We'll talk about that. Tyler Perry is fighting back. You heard me correctly. He is fighting back with this Derek Dixon lawsuit. We'll talk about that. KFC is bringing back a, how shall we say, an oldie but goodie flavor. And it's launching today. I have the 411 for you on that. And then Elf, one of the biggest cosmetics brands in the world. They have a secret that they want to share with us about the success of their business, how they make their business successful. So we'll talk about that. All that and more this morning. Tiger is waiting. Low is available. But either way, we got going on tour. Let me take down this iconic intro. I'm so excited for y'all to hear this song. With that being said, you see that virtual tour background, you hear that virtual tour music, and one thing to know, and two things for sure, that over here on this channel right here, a lot happens early. Roll it.
It's a new morning for America's family. Sun's coming up, so make it all that it can be. You know a lot happens early.
I'm Harry Smith.
I'm Julie Chen. I'm Maggie Rodriguez.
Morning everywhere. Come on, get up.
I'm Russ Mitchell.
And I'm Dave Price.
And it's a little early for this.
Right now, this it's a new morning for America's family. Sun's coming up, so make it all that it can be. You know a lot happens early. Every day's good when you're starting it off right. But whenever you start the daylight, a lot happens early. Can you feel it? And I say,
Good morning, everybody.
Are you girls ready for the Jonas Brothers?
We have an early show exclusive. Yes.
A lot happens early.
Early.
A lot.
A lot.
A lot happens
Early.
The Early Show, weekday mornings on CBS.
It's a new morning.
Yes, it is a new morning. Julie Chen, Moonves, and to Russ Mitchell, Dave Price, Harry Smith, and Maggie Rodriguez. You are absolutely right on this channel right here. A lot happens early. Good morning to each and every single one of you. Y'all, I am so excited. You are hearing right now the melody for our new theme song. I have to tell you, I was listening to it all weekend. And y'all hear this? Oh my God. I didn't even drop a link for it because I want to debut it live with all of you at the same damn time. So with that being said, let me turn down this and let's get to the world premiere of our new theme song, everybody. All right, so here we go. Whew. All right, here we go, y'all. Let's do it. I'm so excited for y'all to hear this. Oh my God.
lights go low, the city goes high. Stories untold under moonlit skies.
Oh my God.
Pray lonely, got the vibe, got the flow for the culture. You already know.
Hey, my mom, good to see you.
Back, feel the breeze. Late night truths drifting through the trees. It's for the culture, by the culture. Pray lonely's got the soul to show ya. Breaking it down,
Lifting it higher.
Spark the fire.
Oh my God.
Headlines flip with a soulful twist. Behind the scenes where the magic sits. It's the heartbeat of the now and the then, where the story starts and never ends. Tune in, lean and feel the groove.
You know it. You know it.
Every moment, a vibe you can't lose. It's for the culture, by the culture. Pray lonely's got the soul to show ya. Breaking it down, lifting it higher. Feel the rhythm, spark the fire.
Oh man.
Hear the whispers in the city's hum, echoes of stories where we're from. A beat, a step, a voice so clear, the pulse of us, it's all right here. We got soul, we got flavor, every moment is a savior. Every experience is an overcomer. Turn it up, feel the glow, let the rhythm flow. Spotlight shining, we in the zone. This is the place where the culture's grown. Stories untold, now they're coming alive. Braylon Lee got the vibe tonight. One thing to know and two things for sure. Higher is waiting and lower is
available. But either way, we gotta go on tour.
Virtual tour where the culture makes its move. Feel the love, feel the truth. This is us, this is you. From the unknown, the unembraced, and more. This show, this brand, and the possibilities of what can be is all here for you. I'm just a kid from the rock, trying to be a rock for people, trying to make it the best they can become. Being moved as a creator of power to lift up all of us, not just a selective few. For the culture, by the culture, here we be. Braylon Lee, bringing life to your screen. Feel the soul, feel the truth. We're free, trust and believe. It's entertainment, news done our way with. Braylon Lee, spotlight sharp like a diamond shine. We see the stars, but the stories align. Deep in the soul where the heartbeats find the pulse of the people redefining time. Just a pro tip, people have to earn the right to hear your story, but in addition to that, people have to earn the responsibility to be a part of it. Just because we are not seen by everybody doesn't mean we are not been seen by who needs to see us. Noise equals attention and sound equals purpose. Anybody can be a creator, but it takes somebody to be an artist.
Y'all, that is our new theme song. So every time you come on this channel, you will hear that theme song. Listen, I gotta tell you something. I was in the lab just working it. And when I heard this, I'm just like, oh my God, I cannot wait for my people to hear this song. Let me tell you something. Theme songs drive TV shows. They drive radio shows. They drive the culture, right? And y'all know part of the game by Velveteen that goes, and beat you at your game. If you were mean, you would do the same. Y'all know that song. That is still our theme song. So believe me, when I do make it, that's going to be the theme song for the TV show as well. But as you all know, or if you may not know, let me take down this banner, right, and this beautiful comment here, because we've been working around here. Not like we don't work around here, but of course, we are a finalist right here for the Black Ambition Prize competition. And so I thought, since we are a brand should have an anthem. So this is our anthem for the brand. And, it says everything about the show and then some. I mean, it is just, listen, you can play that on radio. Okay. It is that smooth. It's a great way to elevate the show. Cause I mean, as you can see here, right, you see my virtual tour background, also our news studio. If I stop sharing here, you see our studio. So I'm just like, okay, we're elevating. So we got to keep it pushing. So that is our theme song. I will play it one more time for y'all. But before that, I'm just going to, in the words of Snoop Dogg, I'm going to thank me real quick. I'm going to give myself a bit of an applause here. Because y'all, that song was so fire. So we're going to play it 2 more times and then we're going to roll on. But that is our theme song for our brand, Braylon Lee's virtual tour. Y'all, I am just, woo. And then, of course, the background music now will be our anthem, okay? So you will hear this from now on. So we still have this, but, we got to step it up a little bit. So there we go there. Let me play it 2 more times for y'all. Listen, I was like, I cannot wait till my day. All right, here we go, y'all. 2 more times. Here we go. And thank you, my thoughts. I'm glad you enjoyed all my friends.
Stories untold under moonlit skies. Braylon Lee got the vibe, got the flow for the culture. Yeah, you already know. Turn it up, lean back, feel the breeze. Late night night truths drifting through the trees.
Oh man.
It's for the culture, by the culture. Braylon Lee's got the soul to show ya. Breaking it down, lifting it higher. Feel the rhythm, spark the fire. Headlines flip with a soulful twist. Behind the scenes where the magic sits. It's the heartbeat of the now and the then, where the story starts and never ends. Tune in, lean and feel the groove. Every moment, a vibe you can't lose. It's for the culture, by the culture. Braylon Lee's got the soul to show ya. Breaking it down, lifting it higher. Feel the rhythm, spark the fire. Hear the whispers in the city's hum, echoes of stories where we're from. A beat, a step, a voice so clear, the pulse of us, it's all right here. We got soul, we got flavor, every moment is a savior. Every experience is an overcomer. Turn it up, feel the glow, let the rhythm flow. Spotlight shining, we in the zone. This is the place where the culture's grown. Stories untold, now they're coming alive. Braylon Lee got the vibe tonight. One thing to know and two things for sure. Higher is waiting and lower is available. But either way, we gotta go on tour. It's Braylon Lee's virtual tour, where the culture makes its move. Feel the love, feel the truth. This is us, this is you. From the unknown, the unembraced and more. This show, this brand and the possibilities of what can be is all here for you. I'm just a kid from the rock, trying to be a rock for people, trying to make it best they can to become. Being moved as a creator of power to lift up all of us, not just a selective few. For the culture, by the culture, here we be. Braylon Lee, bringing life to your screen. Feel the soul, feel the truth, we're free. Trust and believe it's entertainment, news done our way with. Braylon Lee, spotlight sharp like a diamond shine. We see the stars, let the stories align. Deep in the soul where the heartbeats find. The pulse of the people redefining time. Just a pro tip, people have to earn the right to hear your story. But in addition to that, people have to earn the responsibility to be a part of it. Just because we are not seen by everybody doesn't mean we are not been seen by who needs to see us. Noise equals attention and sound equals purpose. Anybody can be a creator, but it takes a somebody to be an artist.
All right, y'all, one more time, and then we got to move on. I know. Listen, I know. I threw that. One more time for one more, and then we have to move on, y'all, because we got more destinations. We do. I got Universal Epic Universe, Ayesha Curry, 50 Cent, Tyler Perry, KFC, and Elf. So one more time for the one more time, and then we're gonna move on, everybody. So let's do that one more time, and then we're gonna move on, y'all. I really am proud of this song. Sincerely. Like, yeah. And it's right up there with Cardi by myself.
Lights go low, the city goes high.
If anything, Cardi
untold on the moonlit skies. Braylon Lee got the vibe, got the flow for the culture. Yeah, you already know. Turn it up, lean back, feel the breeze. Late night truths drifting through the trees. It's for the culture, by the culture. Braylon Lee's got the soul to show ya. Breaking it down, lifting it higher. Feel the rhythm, spark the fire. Headlines flip with a soulful twist. Behind the scenes where the magic sits. It's the heartbeat of the now and the then, where the story starts and never ends. Tune in, lean and feel the groove. Every moment, a vibe you can't lose. It's for the culture, by the culture. Braylon Lee's got the soul to show ya. Breaking it down, lifting it higher. Feel the rhythm, spark the fire. Hear the whispers in the city's hum, echoes of stories where we're from. A beat, a step, a voice so clear, the pulse of us, it's all right here. We got soul, we got flavor, every moment is a savior. Every experience is an overcomer. Turn it up, feel the glow, let the rhythm flow. Spotlight shining, we in the zone. This is the place where the culture's grown. Stories untold, now they're coming alive. Braylon Lee got the vibe tonight. One thing to know and two things for sure. Higher is waiting and lower is available. But either way, we gotta go on tour. It's Braylon Lee's virtual tour, where the culture makes its move. Feel the love, feel the truth. This is us, this is you. From the unknown, the unembraced, and more. This show, this brand, and the possibilities of what can be is all here for you. I'm just a kid from the rock, trying to be a rock for people, trying to make it best they can to become. Being moved as a creator of power to lift up all of us, not just a selective few. For the culture, by the culture, here we be. Braylon Lee, bringing life to your screen. Feel the soul, feel the truth.
Oh my God, baby.
Entertainment, news done away with. Braylon Lee, spotlight sharp like a diamond shine. We see the stars, but the stories align. Deep in the soul where the heartbeats find. The pulse of the people redefining time. Just a pro tip, people have to earn the right to hear your story. But in addition to that, people have to earn the responsibility to be a part of it. Just because we are not seen by everybody doesn't mean we are not been seen by who needs to see us. Noise equals attention and sound equals purpose. Anybody can be a creator, but it takes a somebody to be an artist.
All right, y'all, we gotta roll on, okay? I know, listen, we'll hear that song more often, okay? All right, with that being said, let's get to I love our damn show. Let's get to Universal's Epic Universe, everybody. Now, this ride is Stardust Racers in Celestial Park. For those of you who don't know, it shut down because of a man that he had a spinal cord injury. And because he rode this ride, he passed out, right? And because of that, he died right after. Very, very sad situation. And they basically were trying to figure out what happened with the ride. Was it the ride's fault? Was it the person's fault? So there's been a lot of updates since then. So let's get to that here. Family of man who died on Universal roller coaster claim ride has injured multiple people. This comes to us from Lad Bible. Several people are said to have come forward with claims the Stardust Racers ride in Universal's Epic Universe left them with injuries. Multiple people are said to have been injured on the Universal theme park roller coaster, on which a man died earlier this month. Lawyers investigating his death have claimed Kevin Rodriguez Zavala died from multiple blunt impact injuries after riding the Stardust Racers roller coaster at the Epic Universe theme park in Orlando, Florida on September 17th, and many questions still surround his death. 32-year-old is believed to have hit his head on the metal restraint, with eyewitnesses saying that he was unconscious for most of the ride. While Universal bosses have claimed the ride functioned as expected during the tragic incident, a number of park assistants come forward to claiming, rather. Okay, give me a moment. Give me one moment. That's fine. Sorry, y'all, about that. Seriously, that's what we're doing? Give it a moment, y'all. Y'all know how tech is sometimes. So. Okay, there we go. Let's get that back up there. Sorry, y'all. Sorry about that. By the way, it's 26 minutes after 11 a.m. Glad to have all of you here. Yes, indeed. All right, share screen once again. All right, so here we go. While Universal bosses have claimed the ride functioned as expected during the incident, a number of park guests have since come forward claiming they too were injured on the roller coaster. Savalas' grief-stricken family have employed the help of civil rights attorney Ben Crump and seem in a bid to get answers about how their beloved family member, a keen roller coaster enthusiast, could have died. So this is Savalas' mother right here speaking to the press. Earlier this week, Crump announced that his office and Savalas' own family have received several messages from people who said that they had suffered injuries after riding Stardust Racers. One woman poorly reached out to the family via a GoFundMe to raise funeral costs. So Savalas' loved one, she experienced spine and neck injury shortly after the ride opened in May. Another woman sued Universal last week, claiming she had sustained permanent injuries after riding the roller coaster just before the park officially opened earlier this year. Sandy Streets 49 said her head shook violently and slammed into her seat's headrest for the duration of the 2-minute ride, which left her with a severe headache and sore neck, which she initially put down to dehydration and exhaustion. However, the headaches persisted, prompting her to seek medical attention and take legal action against the park. The suit was settled on Friday, September 26th, for an undisclosed amount. However, Crump says they won't be able to silence everybody. Speaking at a press conference on Tuesday, September 30th, he said, "We believe that there were warning signs that something was wrong with the design of this ride. They tried to blame the victims, adding that all the complaints had and that not all the complaints rather had pre-existing disabilities. They didn't want to say, well, maybe we have to go back and quickly assess this ride, the design of this ride, knowing Street's complaints that the ride only had a hip restraint and nothing to protect the upper body from being thrown around. Some says Zavala has similar experience on the ride that ultimately led to his death." He said investigations by his team found the 32-year-old had hit his head repeatedly on a metal bar. The first time being on the dip at the start of the ride, which rendered him unconscious. Zavala was born with pre-existing spinal injury. He used a wheelchair that his family said never impacted his ability to go on roller coasters before. Universal Orlando safety guy says Stardust Racers is not for guests with back, neck injuries, or similar physical conditions. The website reads, "You should be able to move it independently, maintain an upright position, support your torso, neck, and head while absorbing sudden and dramatic movements. Brace your body with at least one natural upper extremity." However, Crump argued that disabled people should not be driving the roller coaster. Then why didn't they have a system in doing so? Now you can't justify this by trying to blame the victim. That Universal bosses have claimed the ride systems were functioning as intended. However, Stardust Racers remain closed as investigations continue. So, obviously, a very sad story here with Kevin Zavala. I've only ridden roller coasters like maybe twice. And I want to give a shout out to hanging with Erica Raff. She was on La Renee Creole's Resort Recon, and she was talking about how the head over restraint is way better because it locks you in better rather than just the underbars that come up, because it doesn't have enough propensity, right? It doesn't have enough strength to hold you in, and you can like fall off the ride and things of that energy, right? And I did not know about that until hanging out with Erica Raff said something about it. You know, I know Ben Crump is known for fighting for people, and I do appreciate that. However, I do think that Ben Crump is trying to make Universal look bad here. They spent over 5 damn years making Universal's Epic Universe. I do not think that they intentionally went in, right, to make a ride that bad, right? A lot of people love Stardust Racers because it's about riding on Comet. So I don't think it was malicious. I don't think it was with evil intent or treacherous intent. And it is that what happened, right? So, but that's not all. That's not all here. From Florida politics, .com lawyer Ben Crump says Universal missed red flags that Stardust Racers was not safe. Kevin Rodriguez Zavala's family is still searching for answers about how he died. The attorney for the family of the man who died after riding an epic Universal roller coaster says Universal missed warning signs that Stardust Racers was unsafe. Kevin Zavala, 32, died September 17th. Ben Crump, his family's lawyer, said Rodriguez Zavala suffered multiple blunt force trauma after hitting his head repeatedly on the roller coaster's metal bar. Starting on the first dip in the ride, several people who rode the roller coaster at Epic Universe have come forward to complain about the restraints and how they were thrown around the ride. Crump said at a press conference Tuesday, since the family went public, multiple riders have come forward reporting their own injuries on the Stardust Races roller coaster. These injuries are consistent problems with restraints, riders being thrown forward, hitting in hard structures. Crump said this shows that Kevin's case was not an isolated incident. Seminole County resident, so a local resident, Sandy Streets, sued Universal September 24th, saying her head shook violently and slammed into her seat's headrest throughout the duration of the ride when she rode Stardust Racers April 30th during 3 years before the Epic Universe theme park's May 22nd grand opening. Street's lawsuit was settled September 26th for undisclosed terms and voluntarily dismissed. According to court records, they won't be able to silence everybody, Crump said, by the lawsuit being settled. Universal Orlando Resorts President Karen Irwin said that the ride had been functioning properly and the equipment was intact from the beginning of the ride in her employee memo. Crump challenged how Rodriguez Zavala could have died if anything. Challenge how Zavala could have died if everything was working properly. Rather, if there were design issues that should have been addressed, Crump said Tuesday. The fact that they continue to tell us where there was nothing that malfunctioned, everything worked as it was supposed to work, that still does not absolve you from liability and accountability if there were safety issues. The emerging complaints were from people who did not have disabilities, Crump said. Rodriguez Zavala, known for his independence and his love of theme parks, used a wheelchair because of his spinal cord disability he had since birth. 2 other cases of people being hurt on Stardust Racers were disclosed in the quarterly state injury theme park report in July. So, with this, right, Universal and Disney, right, they have their own inspections, right, for all the rides. So the state of Florida doesn't do that, but they do have to report a quarterly report to Florida for any injuries that end up happening at these parks, right? A 63-year-old man and a 47-year-old woman both went to the hospital for at least 24 hours after complaining of chest pain and dizziness, the report said. Florida's major theme parks are required to self-report guest issues if people are hurt or sick on a ride, require at least 24 hours of hospitalization. The statewide report doesn't contain a narrative on what happened or describe people's health issues in great detail. Some lawyers have criticized the state's report for a lack of transparency. Well, I mean, listen, if you're wondering why the state has a lack of transparency, the state's attorney general recently said that mandated vaccines for children are going to be gone. So if children die on a black attorney surgeon's general watch, then the blood of children is on the state attorney general's hands and Governor Ron DeSantis' hands and also his wife's hands. And by the way, I mean Governor Ron DeSantis and his wife have children. My Lord, not wishing anything ill on the children. Let's get that straight. I am a defender of children, good men, good women, good people, and good spaces trying to do good in the world, right? But in the same token, right is right, wrong is wrong. So let's get back to this here. Trump's legal team wants to advocate to change how theme park injuries are reported to the public. We are seeing that large companies like Universal will self-report and self-police themselves with respect to any government oversight. Paul Brinke, a managing attorney at Ben Crump Law, we call upon greater government oversight. We are in open communications with state and local officials. You really want the government involved with trying to report on what's going on when RFK Jr. has limited COVID-19 vaccines. And we have a president that said don't take Tylenol because it has connection to autism. And that same president has a heart condition or a health condition where blood can't flow to his heart and his leg can be amputated. We really want a government who's in disarray to be in the theme park business, Ben Crump? I'm just asking questions. Just asking some questions here. The fans' attorneys said they're also working with Universal to inspect the roller coaster, but they are still waiting to get surveillance footage from the ride when Rodriguez Zavala died, and what was a chaotic scene. With respect to restraints, we and our experts are going to look at everything from the design to materials on the sequence. He said, should there have been more restraints? Should there have been different restraints? Should there have been special restraints for someone in Kevin's condition? We're going to look at everything top to bottom. Universal did not respond to a request for comment Tuesday, but Arwen previously said in the memo the attraction remains closed as we continue through a comprehensive review process in cooperation with the ride manufacturer. Record safety is and will always be at the forefront of everything we do. Universal has dealt with safety concerns after opening a major expansion before. A handful of visitors and Universal employees felt electrical shocks. Oh, wow. Universal's Volcano Bay Water Park. It is a theme park, okay? It's the third theme park. I don't know why people move stupidly when it comes to Volcano Bay, but it is a theme park. Even in the marketing for Volcano Bay, but nights they market it as a theme park, but that's neither here nor there. The incident was later connected to electrical flaws during the construction of the water park that opened in 2017, according to federal government records. Oh my God. At Volcano Bay, Universal also had a history of more than 100 people getting hurt on the Punja Racers water slide. Court records showed a man broke his neck on the attraction and sued in 2019, which reveals some of the problems on the water slide, which eventually forced Universal to change the design. Oh my gosh, there's been Universal, y'all been having problems. Good Lord Jesus. I mean, electrical shocks, a man broke his neck. Like, what is going on here? What are we doing? That's a bit crazy. It's just a little bit crazy to me. Of course, here I'm gonna catch you up with everything. So if it looks like I'm repeating myself, it's just to get you up to date with everything, right? This is from the Orlando Sentinel, courtesy of Yahoo News. Stanford woman sues Universal sues Orlando for injuries on Stardust Racers coaster. A 49-year-old Stanford woman is suing the company that owns Epic Universe. She claims she suffered from permanent injuries after riding the Stardust Racers roller coaster last April. It's the same ride that 32-year-old Kevin Rodriguez Zavala rode shortly before he died on September 17th. In her lawsuit, Sam Treat said her head shook violently and slammed into her tent reps for the entire duration of the 2-minute ride, which includes more than a dozen twists and a double, corkscrew, pretty much. They call that the Comet Cross or something to that degree. It's where both coasters are overlooking each other. So you're looking up, they're looking down, and you're basically racing each other. So really, really cool attraction. But like I said, this has been the biggest theme park story of the year here for sure, which includes more than a dozen twist drops and speeds at nearly 65 miles per hour. Streets is seeking damages more than $50,000. Universal Land declined to comment. Streets' lawsuit was filed Wednesday, the same day. Attorney Ben Crump and his legal team held a press conference in downtown Orlando to demand that Stardust Racers stay closed until investigation is completed on how Zavala lost consciousness while riding the roller coaster and later died. According to Crump, witnesses saw Zavala's head slammed repeatedly on a metal bar during the ride. The Orange County Medical Examiner's Office has ruled Zavala's death as accidental and the result of blunt force trauma. Streets attorney Nicole Sepra said riders on Stardust Racers are strapped in with a lap restraint similar to a car belt and nothing else. That's extremely dangerous when you're traveling at high speed. He said if you got into a car wreck and you get your shoulder restraint, the insurance company will have a big issue. On Stardust Racers, however, there are no shoulder restraints. Your neck and torso are not restrained. Sepra's Sepetus rather, point out the roller coaster rises 100 to 133 feet rather, then dips, flips, and turns sharply. It quickly accelerates on a track nearly a mile long. Sepetus added the ultimate goal of Street's lawsuit is to make the rider safe for everyone. He said the theme park should have warned riders of unreasonable, dangerous conditions. A lot of people will say there are warning signs, but you just can't put up warning signs and then call it a day. Although Epic Universe Stardust Racers ride open to the public on May 22nd, Street's annual pass holder was able to check it out on April 30th. So before the park opened to Lati-Dati and everybody in the words of T-Talk with your girl, they had previews. So there was team member previews. Then team members got to bring their family and friends. There was a controversy because there were some content creators that got in through the gates of Epic Universe, and that was no, bad thing, bad rule or a big rule rather that they broke. And then of course after that, then it was content creators and media, and then they just opened it to everybody, and then the park opened. So that's how the previews happened there. As a roller coaster enthusiast, she spent the day enjoying several other rides before getting on Stardust Racers last. After finishing the ride, Streets began suffering headaches and a sore neck and possible whiplash, Sepetus said. At first, she attributed to dehydration and exhaustion. Headaches persisted days later, he said. She filed a lawsuit after the pain would not subside and sought medical treatment. Sepetus said he could not provide any additional information because of federal privacy laws regarding medical claims or HIPAA laws. Zavala, who was in a wheelchair rather due to a lifelong spinal condition, was also a theme park enthusiast who relished riding roller coasters. He had gone to Epic Universe last week with his girlfriend and was thrilled about trying out Stardust Racers. The ride attendant used a transfer seat to help Zavala into the ride. Crump said his team discovered an investigation. When the ride finished, Zavala was found slumped over and unresponsive. He was rushed to Orlando Regional Medical Center where he was pronounced dead. Universal officials in an internal interview found the ride functioned as intended and staff members correctly followed procedures. State investigators reached the same preliminary conclusions according to the Florida Department of Agriculture and Consumer Services, the agency that generally regulates theme park rides. Investigations are still being conducted on Zavala's death by that state agency and the Orange County Sheriff's Office. The ride has since remained closed with no date on its reopening, rather. A funeral service for Zavala was held at 10:30 a.m. on Friday at the Fiorina San Juan Funeral Home in Kissimmee, Florida. So let me pull up Stardust Racer so you guys can see what that ride looks like here. And don't y'all worry, we're going to talk about Potomac tonight. Okay, we're going to talk about Potomac tonight. Let's see here. POV. Let's see if we can do a POV. All right, so here it is here. I want to show y'all this here. So here is this here. So that's the lap bar there, right? So it's not a overhead, right? I'm going to show you what an overhead one looks like here. That's the one I'm looking for. So here is Magic Springs, right? So this is the gauntlet here. So you see how this is a overhead restraint. You see how your shoulders are locked in, right? And then when you have Epic Universe, and this is not to rag on Universal. Now, I do want to say this. When this story first came out, first of all, I was heartbroken. Because first of all, we all know that nobody likes being constrained, restricted, or held back by their circumstances, and people with disabilities have the right to live as much of a life as somebody without without disabilities, right? And so I wanted to first of all say that for anybody saying, well, he's got a disability, he shouldn't be doing this, that, and the third. Well, listen, at the beginning and end of the day, he has the right to have joy in his life. It's just like if anybody that in your life has a disability, you want them to live their best life too, right? So I do have that mindset in mind. In the same token of that, I also said that sincerely, Universal Orlando Resort should not be dragged. People should not feel bad for going to Universal Epic Universe. They should not. They spent a bunch of money on it. They and not to mention too, Universal Creative spent 5 years on it. So even though it was a horrible, tragic, and sad situation for what happened, it does not mean, right, that Universal should be cast into hell, right? I just think that, we don't have to drag down one to uplift another. So I just think that is that's just not the right thing to do. Now I'm trying to find how they inserted this here. Like I said, whenever we do, breaking news coverage, or whenever we do a deep dive of, something important, I definitely want to give you guys full context, because I don't like it when people, try to give you a perspective just for entertainment. That's just stupid to me. Either you're going to cover everything or you're not going to cover anything at all. To me, that's just how I feel about that. Okay, so here is this here. So as you can see, all you have is that lap bar. So you get in, right, over you, but you see how everybody's arms are out, shoulders are out, head is not really configured and, constrained and, tight, where probably what they should have done, and I'm sure that they probably do this, right here, the gauntlet. So here is the gauntlet right here, right? So they will probably go to this here where you're still in the lap bar, but you have that overhead. Now, of course, that would mean that Stardust racers would need to go under maintenance for a good long while in order for these changes to be made. But I just wanted to bring that to your attention there. Yes, we are live on tour. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Glad to have all of you here. Yes, indeed, here. So, from West 2 News, settlement reached for a woman who says she was injured on Epic Universe ride. On Friday, September 26th, a notice of settlement and notice of voluntary dismissal with prejudice asked to be defended. Universal City Development Partners LTD were both filed in the woman's lawsuit, alleging that she sustained an injury from riding the Stardust Racers roller coaster. The case is still pending as of Saturday, September 27th, according to the Orange County Clerk of Courts. A lawyer for the plaintiff says they're unable to make further comment other than confirm a settlement has been reached. Wish to also reach out to Universal Land Resort for comment on the settlement and dismissal notices. So, from Florida politics, Universal prepares to reopen Stardust Racers at Epic Universe following a man's death. Ben Crump represents Kevin Rodriguez Zaval's family criticized the decision to reopen the roller coaster despite potential litigation ongoing. Probe Universal is reopening Stardust Racers after the man's death last month. The roller coaster at the new Epic Universe Park could welcome guests back as early as Saturday afternoon. Universal Orlando President Karen Irwin wrote in a new memo to employees. Stardust Racers has been closed since Kevin Rodriguez Zavala died on September 17th. Rodriguez Zavala died from multiple blunt force trauma after his family's lawyer said he hit his head repeatedly on the metal bar of the ride. They call his injuries extensive, although the complete autopsy has not been released. Records from the medical examiner's office are being withheld pending an Orange County Sheriff's active criminal investigation, the office said Friday. Now, apparently, it may be a manslaughter charge for Universal. Listen, I don't think that park for Universal or Disney should be charged for manslaughter. I don't think that this was intentional at all. I think they've taken an inch and trying to make a mile. Lawyer Ben Crump, who is representing the family but hasn't filed a lawsuit yet, criticized Universal's decision to reopen the ride. Stardust Racers is evidence in an active death investigation. Reopening the ride before experts can examine every component is adulterated spoilization of evidence, a grave risk to public safety, and put profit over people's lives. Crump said in a statement late Friday, "We are demanding that Universal pause the reopening, preserve all evidence, and allow our experts to inspect it. If they refuse, we will address Universal's callous actions in court." Irwin previously disclosed that internal investigation had shown Stardust Racers was running properly after Rodriguez Zavala wrote it, and the employees had followed protocols. Our extensive review was conducted working closely with local officials, and the state of Florida observed the testing and reviewed the results. Irwin said in her new memo announcing the ride's return. In addition, the ride system manufacturer of record and an independent third-party roller coaster engineering expert conducted their own on-site testing and validate our findings. Right here, a note from Karen Irwin. Dear team members, as one Universal Orlando fan, we continue to extend our deepest sympathy and condolences to Mr. Rodriguez Zavala's family and loved ones for their loss. I'm very grateful for the professionalism, compassion, and care our team has shown during extensive tragedy that took place. As I previously indicated, our comprehensive technical and operational review confirmed the ride system functioned properly throughout the boarding process, the duration of the ride, and upon the ride vehicles returned to the station. Our team members followed procedures throughout. Our extensive review was conducted working closely with local officials in the state of Florida, observed the testing and reviewed the results. In addition, the ride system manufacturer of record and an independent third-party roller coaster engineering expert conducted their own on-site testing and validated our findings. I am thankful for their participation throughout this important process. Safety, as always, is our top priority to further assist guests in determining whether they can or can't ride an attraction or cannot ride an attraction. We are updating operational procedures and attraction signage to reinforce existing ride warnings and physical eligibility requirements at Stardust Racers and other rides. This means we are prepared to reopen Stardust Racers at Universal Epic Universal on Saturday afternoon, October 4th. The days ahead, please continue to take care of one another, and know that as we continue to process this heartbreaking event, resources are always available. Should you need additional support, I am confident we will continue to deliver extraordinary guest experiences that make our destination so special. Thank you for everything you do every day with care. Appreciation, Karen Irwin, President and Chief Operating Officer, Universal Orlando Resort. Rodriguez Zavala, 32, used a wheelchair because of a spinal cord disorder he had since birth. Universal employees helped him get into the roller coaster, which begged the question: if the roller coaster was not safe for people with disabilities, then why would Universal help him get on it? Crump said previously. Irwin announced other changes to the ride, including new signs that furthers his guests in determining whether they can or cannot ride an attraction. We are updating operational procedures and attraction signage to reinforce existing ride warnings and physical eligibility requirements at Stardust Racers and other rides. Irwin wrote without going further detail of what the ride warnings will now say or what the procedures will be. WKMG 6 News report, Universal has added a disclaimer into the Epic Universe Safety Guide that guests should not board Stardust Racers if they have weakened bones or muscles, and if they have the inability to independently maintain an upright position, or if they have other conditions which may be aggravated by the ride. Crump has alleged Universal missed the warning flags that something was wrong with Stardust Racers if the equipment or ride did not malfunction. He and his team of lawyers have questioned the ride's design and whether restraints were sufficient. They also point to 2 people who were hospitalized and a woman who filed a lawsuit after they all rode Stardust Racers. Crump plans to hold a news conference Monday. And so here it is from News 6, powered by ClickOrlando.com. Stardust Racers reopens with new safety guide after guest death. Here's what changed: new symbols, requirements, and more in the latest safety guides here. As Universal Orlando prepared to reopen Stardust Racers on Saturday, the safety accessibility guides for Epic Universe and Sisters Central Florida theme parks were updated overnight. Stardust Racers has been closed since September 17th when 32-year-old Kevin Rodriguez-Zavala was pronounced dead at a hospital after being found unresponsive in his restraint. As of 7 p.m. Saturday, Universal's app showed a wait time of 150 minutes for the ride. So this is what it looks like within the Universal app there. Medical examiner determined that Rodriguez-Zavala suffered multiple blunt impact injuries, as well as that his death was an accident. Further, an incident report obtained by News 6 states Rodriguez-Zavala had a pre-existing spinal injury, although it's unclear whether that contributed. In a letter to staff, Universal Orlando Resort President Karen Irwin wrote that Stardust Racers was functioning as intended prior to Rodriguez-Zavala's death, reiterating the point in a follow-up letter she sent out on Friday to announce the ride's reopening. I just read that from FloridaPolitics.com for you all. Even before the death, the Epic Universe Safety and Accessibility Guide has stated Stardust Racers is not allowed for guests with back, neck, or similar physical conditions. The latest safety accessibility guides dated October 4th contain updated symbol legend for all attractions, more rider requirements for attractions including Stardust Racers, and new language covering such topics such as guest using wheelchairs. Guests who review the Stardust Racers section of the latest Epic Universe Safety Guide will see a red circle with a diagonal line across it. This symbol means that guests should not board an attraction if they have weakened bones or muscles, if they have the inability to independently maintain an upright position, or if they have any other conditions which may be aggravated by the ride. So on this left-hand side right here, right, is the first guide, right? So here is the new guide with this right here. Do not ride if you have weakened bones. Do not ride if you have the inability to independently maintain an upright position. Do not ride if you have other conditions which may be aggravated by this ride. So basically, also too, they have do not ride if you are an expected mother, right? So they do have some new updates here. So I think those are the biggest ones. No, I'm sorry. So they do have the expected mothers on that attraction. So I think this one right here was the biggest one here for that update. So yes, indeed, there. And then right here from West 2 News, right here, Stardust Racers draws up to 2-hour wait times first day after reopening there. So yeah, Stardust Racers at Epic Universe reopened for its first full day, drawing wait times of up to 2 hours since its reopening on Saturday night. So there is that there. So a lot going on for sure. And I do hope that, Kevin Zavala's family is, healing. They are moving forward and they're doing the best they can with what they have. It's never easy to lose a family member. So prayers, love, and support to them, and also prayers, love, and support to Universal Orlando Resort. All right, y'all. More Brainley's virtual tour live. Child, let's talk about this. Ayesha Curry back in the spotlight for comments about marriage to Steph Curry, SF Gate. Let's talk about it. Ayesha Curry is once again the subject of controversy after some candid comments in an interview recently went viral. In a sit down with the Call Her Day podcast host, Alex Cooper isn't new. The episode dropped in late August with sections of clips recently began circulating on social media. In the clips, Curry, who is married to Warriors star Steph Curry, talks about not wanting kids and her husband struggles to understand her perspective. Earlier in the episode, Cooper asked Ayesha Curry if she imagined a life as a wife and mother growing up. No, so I didn't want kids. I didn't want to get married. Curry answered, I thought I was going to be a career girl, and that's it. So let's play this here.
I didn't want kids. I didn't want to get married. I thought I was going to be career girl, and that's it. And I had my eyes set on my goals. And I was never the little girl that like dreamt about the wedding dress and all of that. And then it happened so early in my life.
Did you talk to Steph about it?
He tries to resonate with me, but he just can't. And he also comes from a place of like, it's effing stupid. Like, it's not true. So why? And I'm like, but wait, like, listen to how it makes me feel. And he's like, but why does it make you feel like that? It's not real. After we got married, we found out we were pregnant with our daughters so quickly. I didn't even have time to think about what I wanted anymore. It's so interesting. I spent my entire life like trying to work towards something, and then it kind of just disappeared, and I didn't think twice about it. But after my daughter turned 1, I remember there being a shift and being like, I have goals for myself. Like, this doesn't feel right. I love being a mom, but I love doing other things too. And I need to get my shit together and figure out what that looks like for myself now.
If I have a career and I'm not home, like, did you experience that?
I still experience that. I still experience that. I'm always in therapy talking about this. If you lose all of those things that were interesting about you, even for yourself, like even the things that made me feel confident and cool, then what are you doing?
Okay, so y'all heard what she had to say. As with many controversies on the internet, however, Curry's comments aren't as black and white as they seem in a short clip. She goes on to clarify she had career aspirations in the entertainment industry as a girl. When she met her future husband, her dream shifted. It happened so early in my life, she said, getting married at 22. After we got married, we found out we were pregnant with our daughter so quickly, I didn't even have time to think about what I wanted anymore. So interesting. I spent my entire life trying to work towards something, then it kind of disappeared. I didn't think twice about it. Curry then addressed the struggle of many young mothers, explaining how parenthood muddied her own aspirations. After my daughter turned 1, I remember there being a shift and being like, I have goals for myself. This doesn't feel right. She said, I love being a mom, but I love doing other things too. I need to get my ish together, figure out what that looks like for myself now. Cooper also asked Curry about her relationship to fame, prompting Curry to say it was so depressing to be scrutinized as the wife of one of NBA's most famous players. When Cooper asked if Curry spoke with Steph about her worries, her response was not the most viral from her husband. He tries to resonate with me, but he just can't, Ayesha Curry said. He also comes from a place of like, it's effing stupid, like it's not true, why are you so upset? But I'm like, wait, listen to how this makes me feel. And he's like, but why does it make you feel like that? It's not real. The clips have made such a strong Instagram that rapper Killer Mike says Steph doesn't deserve the embarrassment on one there. The comment clearly rattles Steph, who was trying to comment, you're better than that. Killer Mike stay in your lane and let God keep blessing me like he is. We're good over here on Thursday. Killer Mike apologized. It wasn't my damn business, he said. So here's what I gotta say about this, right? She made the comments publicly. Killer Mike had an opinion. Are we really getting upset over black men having comments about black women? You know, it's so funny to me because it's just like, do y'all want Kempire to stop talking about housewives stuff? Do you want Jeremy Speaks to stop talking about housewives stuff? Do you want me to stop speaking about housewives stuff? because there's a lot of pop culture entertainment news that has black women a part of it that black men speak on. And so it's interesting when there's some opposition, how it's cool when y'all have an opinion. Some of y'all, not all, but it's cool when some of y'all have an opinion, but it ain't cool for anybody else to have an opinion. Now, I just want to bring up somebody real quick. Savannah James right here. So she has her luxury skincare brand, Reframe Beauty, a skincare line developed in partnership with Howard University's College of Dermatology. Let It Break, a personal development and community platform for women. She's also an investor in several companies such as Level 1707 Tequila, the Web3 startup, Locker, Universal Natural deodorant company, NEZ. In the past, she also owned a juicery called the Juice Spot and had a furniture line with home court with American Signature. So you mean to tell me that Savannah James is a mother too, and she gets up and she invests in her business, right? And I can say this, I think that if LeBron James and Savannah James both divorced, I think that both of their DMs will be full. If Ayesha Curry divorced Steph Curry, I promise you Steph would get a wife before Ayesha Curry got a husband. Because what is she known for? What is she known for? Not to mention there's nothing wrong with what she said, but what she should have said at the time is like, listen, at first, okay, and she did say in somewhat of these terms, but she did not clearly define herself. I had these dreams at first, but the children have made me a better woman. I have seen my mistakes through them, and they are so magnificent, this, that, and the third. And I did not know I could be a support for somebody. Because when you say I didn't want to have kids, the kids have every right to be offended of like, oh, you didn't want me. And then Steph, well, guess what? If you didn't want Steph, then divorce him. But Steph is going to defend his wife, Ayesha Curry, just like any other man would. But like, Ayesha Curry made the comments publicly. So what are we doing here? I don't get it. I sincerely just don't get, like, so you think that your wife making public comments, right, means that we should not have an opinion? She put it in the group chat, right? I'm just keeping it a buck. Now, speaking of keeping things a buck right here, let's go with this story here from MediaTakeout.com. 50 Cent hopes Cardi B and Nicki Minaj stop fighting after vicious tweets. After Cardi B and Nicki Minaj dragged each other and even children last week on social media, 50 Cent called for the women to move on from their rap beef. I hope the girls stop fighting before things escalate. I read some of the ish they're saying to each other they're saying to each other, and this is not going to end well, he wrote on Instagram. Minaj walked back her words last week after sparking outrage by targeting Cardi's 6-year-old dark culture. Oh, my Lord. The rap superstar issued a late night apology on Twitter addressing the child directly after referring to her with slurs during an online feud. Minaj called her comments not who I am, but still took jabs at Cardi Center Circle. Cardi also mentioned Minaj's son during the exchange. Probably, I'm sorry you can't speak in bang spoons because your mom couldn't put the drugs down. She wrote, I'm sorry your mom is not paying attention to your own birthday because she is such an obsessed, dark spirit hating hoe. I'm so sorry. So, I want to bring up Charlemagne the God. Because, he gave Nicki Minaj the donkey of the day. Okay. Right here from okplayer.com. Charlemagne responds to Nicki Minaj, your energy is just stank and nasty. Charmaine the God declared Nicki Minaj Breakfast Club's Donkey of the Day this past Thursday amid her ongoing public feud with Cardi B. The host gave the rap star that tile after her recent ex-post slamming Charlamagne and his co-host. He called out Minaj for what he sees as antagonistic, insecure behavior. Your energy is just stinking nasty, Charlamagne said. You went from showing a generation how to be a female boss, showing a generation how to be a disgruntled artist. How does that happen? How do you go from inspiring generation of young women to hating on generation of young women? Well, that's what happens when a person is in pain. That's what happens when a person is hurt. That's what happens when a person has a bunch of unhealed trauma that they haven't dealt with. And so Minaj at one point tagged the president in tweet he should lock them all up and call them nasty people. Charlamagne also argued Nicki's troubles are caused by Nicki. When you refuse to come to terms with human nature, that simply means you are doing yourself to parents beyond your control and feelings, into feelings of confusion and helplessness. Charlamagne said, and that's what I see in every tweet: confusion, cry for help, projections of pain, wounded ego. Charlamagne shared that he wants Minaj to find a better path. Your trauma is not your fault, but your healing is your responsibility. He said, I truly, sincerely, from the bottom of my heart, hope you heal. So this is what I have to say, right? It is mind-boggling to me how, whether it's men or women, because we're equal opportunity around here. If somebody says, well, Queen Latifah, Remy Ma, Missy Elliott, the Brat, Leia Rage, or whoever from the 90s had a funeral for Nicki Minaj or a funeral for an artist. Here's the thing. Rivalry is real. Competition is real. Fan bases are real. But it's truly sad if you say, fuck them bitches, but yet those black women are game makers, right? And I would say those game makers are able to create legacies, empires, and lanes that you will never do a fifth quarter or a half of what they've done to get to where they are. See, they're game makers while some old men and some old ladies are playing games, you see. Some people play games, some people create games. Some people play games, some people make games. Some people play games, some people make games. So why would you hate on black women and you're a black woman? That makes no sense to me. Are we really this dumbass stupid? Because some of y'all are closer to the grave to die than at the cradle to start life to become anything of importance to society. And y'all want to have hate because somebody had an opinion. Did we not go through this free speech battle with Jimmy Kimmel? I'm like, Queen Latifah, old ladies and men playing games. Queen Latifah, old men and ladies playing games. Queen Latifah, old men and old women playing games. Have we heard of Living Single? Have we heard of The Equalizer? Have we heard of Beauty Shop? Like, are we really doing this? Like, Queen Latifah just bought an apartment complex to help with affordable housing. Queen Latifah here. Old men and old ladies playing games are here. Queen Latifah here. Old men and old ladies playing games here. Let me come on the big screen. Queen Latifah is here. Old men and old women playing games are here. If you are a black man hating on other black men for their opinion, but yet you are not here. If you are a black woman hating on other black women, but you're not here, you cannot say shit about anybody because you ain't shit. Let's keep it a buck on that. I mean, my God. Oh my God. I don't get it. But God forbid, if your favorite person start hanging out with Queen Latifah or Remy Ma or Lady of Rage or Missy Elliott or the Brat, oh, I love him, I love him, I love him. No, the fuck wrong with you? Are we kidding? Queen Latifah is here. Old men and old ladies playing games is here. Queen Latifah is here. Old men and old women playing games is here. And I bet you this is Queen Latifah offered your ass $250,000. You would take that shit. See, I'm sick of some of y'all. Absolutely fucking sick of some of y'all. Hey, by the way, shout out to actually Aubrey Bond. Like, comment, share, subscribe to that beautiful sister. I just had to go off on this because I'm just like, are we really doing this? Are we really disrespecting women where rap was a male-dominated industry and y'all want to talk about diversity, equity, inclusion, belonging, and equity? You know what? How about this? To any old man or old lady that plays games, I will pull up a track from Queen Latifah and you go in the fucking recording studio and make a track. Come to my channel. I'll play both tracks. I bet you UNITY will mollywop your motherfucking ass, trick, bitch, or Mitch ass on your track. Okay? Okay? And I know you ain't gonna do shit. A real one wouldn't wait to say something. A real one would stomp to the yard and prove that there's somebody. I don't get it. I don't get it. It's just my mind. I'm like, you know what? Let me pull up Queen Latifah's resume real quick because fuck Queen Latifah, but nobody knows who you are. I just want to make sure something. I just want to make sure that we good. Queen Latifah has been in the hip hop world since 19 years old. We really want to be this stupid? I mean, an old lady or old man playing the game is like Marie Gray call me happy feet and not recognizing that's an Oscar-winning movie. Let's look at Queen Latifah. She has received various accolades, including a Grammy Award, Primetime Emmy Award, a Golden Globe Award, 3 Screen Actors Guild Awards, and 2 NAACP Image Awards. In addition, she received a nomination for Academy Award, and in 2006, she was the first hip-hop artist to receive a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Right here are the facts right here. Let me read that 2 more times for the people in the back. Received a Grammy Award, Primetime Emmy Award, Golden Globe Award, 3 Screen Actors Guild Awards, and 2 NAACP Image Awards. She received a nomination for Academy Award, and she became the first hip-hop artist to receive a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. One more time for the one more time. Because I don't think old men and old ladies who play games have done any of this. I'm trying to rack my brain of an old woman or an old man who's played fucking video games have been this fucking successful. You know what? Let's do some math time. Give me a moment. Because I'm not doing this shit today. I just want to see something here. Right? I just want to see something. Since we saying fuck Queen Latifah. See, when y'all move this stupidly, I don't like doing this, right? I just don't like doing this, right? So let me do. So we're going to do her VEO YouTube channel, right? We're going to do that one. And then we're going to do her daytime talk show channel versus the other channel. Because we're going to stop this shit today. We got time, y'all. We got time. I was just like, oh, I cannot wait till Monday. Because it's just like, people really move out here stupidly and they don't think they can get no smoke for it. Give me a moment. Give me a moment. Give me a moment. Duplicate that. Duplicate that. Okay. By the way, I hope you guys are enjoying your day. It is 21 minutes after 12 o'clock here, Monday, October 6th. Glad to have you here, child. I'm just like, where are we really doing this shit? Oh my God. Oh, man. I can't do it. Okay. We do Queen Latifah VEVO. By the way, VEVO is a music channel, you know what I mean, for music artists and stuff like that. So I just want to bring up these math times real quick. So give me a moment. Okay. Let's do this. I'm just, oh my God. This is gonna be bad. I mean, this is just pathetic. I don't like doing this, but you know, I mean, you got to be proven wrong. You just have to. I don't know what you want me to do about it, but you have to be proven wrong this morning. I can't in good conscience allow somebody to be that stupid and think they can live from it. I just can't do it. Give me a moment. Okay, need that one. Thank you so much. Just hit me there. Oh my God, this math time is about to suck ass. Oh my gosh, this is just horrible. By the way, subscribe to actually Aubrey Pod. Like, comment, share, subscribe to that beautiful sister. Great content creator. She has done a Ray to Love panel. She does other shows as well. A great sister. I really mean that. Okay, minus. Oh my God. Oh, this is bad. And you really wanted to open up your mouth, huh? Oh, man. I guess this is why media nerds exist. To just kind of level off the playing field of bullshit. Okay, there's that one there. And then I need this one here. Don't worry, y'all. It's not going to take me too much longer. Because I'm like, no, we're not going to allow that bullshit to walk today. Or any day. Let's see here. Let's see. Okay. Then I need her talk show one. Okay. Take that one. Almost there, y'all. Queen Latifah talk show. All right, got that one. By the way, the background music is a part of our new theme song, y'all. I know it's not the regular schmegular virtual tour music, but we're upgraded over here. Yes, indeed, we are. All right, let's see here. Oh, wow. Oh my God. Oh wow. You are about to look really stupid. You're about to look really stupid off of math. And this goes out to all old ladies and fellas who play games, okay? This goes out to all of y'all. Four, 3, 1, 0, 0, 0 minus. This is so damn stupid. Okay, leave that one there. Okay, so let me do this. Let me download. Out of my rambling comes greatness. Just give me time, everybody. There's a point to everything I do. All right, got that one there. Now I just need Facebook. Facebook. And I'm doing it for Queen Latifah's VEVO channel. That's her music channel and her talk show. So that's why it's taking me a little bit longer to do that. All right. That one. And I need page 3. Okay. Page 3. There we go. Download that. Okay. All right. Are y'all ready for these numbers? I'm like, were we really doing this? Okay, y'all. So, ladies and gentlemen, Queen Latifah's VEVO numbers, 95,300 subscribers, okay? Difference of old ladies and fellas who gain 970 subscribers on YouTube. Total view count, 30,891,003 views versus 7,817. Grand total of difference of 95,121 subscribers between y'all two, and a difference of 30,883,186 total views. And you really wanted to say fuck Queen Latifah? That came out of your mouth, and you thought you were intelligent. Oh my Lord. Okay, well, let's see what her talk show numbers are looking like. Talk show YouTube channel, 431,000 versus 179 subscribers. Total view count, 177,402. 177 million. Right? Let's put some respect on this. 177,402,708 total views versus 7,817 total views. So grand total difference of 430,821 subscribers between y'all two, and a difference of 394,963 total views. I'm gonna need y'all to just shut the fuck up before you say something stupid, please. Just please. I know you don't have it in you to care about nobody else but yourself, but to say fuck those black women who laid the foundation for females in rap, right? And create a whole genre where we got Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion, Nicki Minaj, and all these people, and all those other ladies love Queen Latifah, written by all them, but you ain't shit. I would suggest moving carefully for your mental health, because these numbers don't lie. Okay, and neither do these numbers. Okay, so let's just roll on. I can't do it. Speaking of people who can't do it, Tyler Perry, child. Let's roll on to Tyler Perry, child. Listen. Tyler Perry fights back. Lawyers seek to dismiss gay harassment this success from Media Takeout here. Of course, as you guys know, Tyler Perry's over in Italy to film Tyler Perry's Why They Get Married Again. Of course, Jill Scott Lee is over there once again. I'm not in the film. It's okay. It's cool. You know, I'll be fine, but I'm definitely going to have a long, dragged down, disrespectful talk. Tyler Perry in due time. Tyler Perry fights back to files motion to dismiss $260 million harassment lawsuit, says case belongs in Georgia, not Florida. 2 months after being served with a $260 million civil suit from the former Oval actor Derek Dixon, media mogul Tyler Perry is firing back hard. Media Takeout has confirmed that Perry's legal team officially filed a motion to dismiss the case, arguing that California is in the wrong jurisdiction for the lawsuit. According to the filing, all Perry's business dealings with Dixon took place in Georgia, where the Oval is filmed and produced at Perry's Atlanta-based studio. Tyler Perry's legal team accuses Dixon of forum shopping. In the documents obtained by Media Takeout, Perry's attorneys accused Dixon of forum shopping, a legal term meaning the plaintiff deliberately filed a lawsuit in a state with laws more favorable to the case. Excuse me. In this instance, the difference is huge. California has some of the strictest workplace harassment laws in the nation, making it much easier for plaintiffs to bring forward cases of alleged misconduct. Georgia, however, is known for being far less stringent when it comes to civil harassment claims. Legal experts say if the case gets transferred to Georgia, Perry's team will have a far stronger case of getting it thrown out entirely. Perry denies all allegations. Tyler Perry isn't just challenging where the case is filed. He's denying every single allegation made by Derek Dixon. Dixon, who appeared on Perry's hit series, the BET series, The Oval, accused the billionaire filmmaker of making unwanted advances and creating an uncomfortable work environment in his $260 million suit. Dixon claimed that the alleged harassment led to emotional distress and professional harm, but Perry's pushing back hard in his official response. Perry's legal team described Dixon's claims as fabricated and said the former actor cultivated a personal relationship with Perry for financial gain and professional opportunity, not out of genuine friendship. According to insiders who spoke to Media Takeout, Perry believes this lawsuit is a money grab and a desperate attempt by a disgruntled former employee to cash in on his name. What happens next if the court sides of Perry grants the motion to dismiss or move the case to Georgia? The lawsuit will be filed in that state or dropped entirely. But if the judge allows the case to stay in Florida, Perry may face a much tougher legal battle. One that could draw national headlines and potential fallout from his billion-dollar entertainment empire. For now, Tyler Perry appears to be confident and bothered to continue working on multiple TV film projects out of his massive Atlanta studio. But make no mistake, this legal showdown is far from over. Stay tuned because Media Takeout will continue to bring you exclusive updates as this $260 million Hollywood versus Atlanta courtroom drama unfolds. Child. Well, this is what I gotta say to Tyler, right? If you know you have not done anything wrong, right, then it is what it is, right? People have nothing to hide nothing. But to move it to Georgia, and I get why he's moving to Georgia because that's where he primarily works, right? And that's where Dixon works. But in the same token, you know, you file it where he filed it where he lived, right? So he lives out in California. So there are plenty of people that, you know, they fly to Atlanta, they fly to New York for, you know, 3 weeks of work, 6 months of work, but they don't live there. So but we'll see though. I mean, obviously, to fight this hard, maybe something in the Kool-Aid is sweet. Maybe it's not stuff, or maybe it's something not in the Kool-Aid that ain't sweet. But we'll find out in due time, everybody. All right, let's keep going. We do have more Bernie's Virtual Tour Live coming up right from the space right here and right now. From the Takeout, KFC's original, I was about to say old school, but KFC's original honey barbecue review, the old school 90s favorite returns, and we're here for it. The year 1991 was a milestone year in the history of KFC. Found the chicken chain a vast moment of change. First and foremost, it ditched its original name to Kentucky Fried Chicken to help mask its friedness. Also introduced a line crispy to help rebrand its image. At the time, KFC was already bringing the heat with hot wings. It was hoping a new flavor, honey barbecue, would be considered mad fly to customers' appetites. The sauce original drop was slated for a short 60 run at only 3,000 locations, and proved to be such a success. Later that year, MC Hammer was hired as KFC's hype man, promoting its new honey barbecue chicken line. This sweet smoky flavor hung around well into the 21st century before disappearing from menus, and then some fans responded. In 2025, KFC again sees itself in transition, embracing its past and hoping to forge a bright future that has included bringing back favorites like beloved mothballed potato wedges, and for now tapping honey barbecue for its own second coming. Listen, that Kentucky grilled chicken was fire. So if you can bring that back to them, just asking. So is KFC's throwback honey barbecue sauces the comeback we've all been waiting for? Or are some things that's left behind in the 90s, like MC Hammer's back again? So let's not do MC Hammer like that. Take out heads to their local KFC to have a bite and see where the truth lies. Now all can be told in this bold chew and review. So what is KFC's original honey barbecue? Honey barbecue first appeared as a sauce coming option at KFC starting in 1991. It was initially a limited time offer flavor for wings before finding a home on the menu, coating pieces of fried chicken and eventually a chicken sandwich. Honey barbecue was advertised for sale through at least 2010 before eventually being dropped from menus. In 2020, an effort to up its sauce game like every other chain, KFC introduced a revamped version of the honey barbecue sauce, which remains on menus until this day. In 2025, KFC is reintroducing their 90s version of honey barbecue, like their original honey barbecue. It's either served warm, either in a cup for dipping, or squeezed all over a chicken entree. As to why it returned and why now, the statement Catherine Tan Gillespie, president KFC U.S., proclaimed KFC's original honey barbecue wasn't just a menu offer, it became a cultural touchstone that many fans have been craving and asking to bring back for years. She added, what better way to continue our KFC comeback than to bring back this legendary flavor, reintroduce it in a bigger and bolder way on everything. So how do you order and try KFC's original honey barbecue? How to buy and try that? Well, let's keep going here. Start October 6th, today. Original honey barbecue sauce is returning to participate in nationwide locations of KFC. The sauce will hang around stores for unspecified limited time while supplies last. However, the door may be open for a longer stay. For a statement provided by KFC and other companies always evaluating the menu based on fan demand will be closely monitoring the response to this comeback. It's been years since the potato wedges came back, so that happened. So listen, KFC is listening, and like I said, that Kentucky grilled chicken was fire, and the popcorn chicken was fire. Okay, I mean, listen, you could do what you could do. You know what? Bring back that popcorn chicken, but also make it available in a bucket. Just saying. The original honey barbecue sauce can be ordered up in a variety of ways. It's available as a la carte dipping sauce, as well as being put on top of any piece of chicken you desire, be it chicken tenders or KFC chicken sandwich. The price of the entrees with the sauce vary in cost per item and size, but a standalone cup of it at my local KFC said that could cool 49 cents there. Any item, all these original honey barbecue sauce and sauce options can be ordered directly in store at the counter, kiosk, or drive-thru where available. It can also be ordered in advance for dine-in, pickup, or delivery through KFC's app or website. Additional fees may apply for delivery orders, and they will. Or ones placed through third-party apps and sites. Taste test over KFC's original honey barbecue. So this is the barbecue sauce there. Well, I had a bevy of items coated in the throwback original honey barbecue sauce. I first introduced my mouth to the sauce by a slow sip. I could immediately tell this one was different as it did come pre-packaged and holding the plastic cup. Noticed it was served warm, popped off the cap, and saw a deep maroon sauce that was rather fluid. And it sloshed back and forth as I moved the cup from afar. It had typical sweet barbecue smell to it, although a closer nasal whiff revealed the sweetness to be rather subdued. I took a spoonful to my mouth, and again, its warmth was a standout attribute of the sauce. Its flavor was like any nice and sweet barbecue sauce, but it finished off a small bite of honey to close the deal. I was instantly a fan, was looking forward to trying it doused on the chicken entrees. Before I ventured to those items, I was curious what differentiated the original honey barbecue sauce from the plain one already on the menu, simply called honey barbecue. I peeled back the cup's label was red its color was more ketchup red rather than barbecue sauce burgundy. It's kept at room temperature, which seemed rather quaint after me and the throwback one. As I spooned up a taste, I was honestly expecting the sauce to be similar and amazed that it wasn't remotely the case. The standalone honey barbecue was definitely on the honey sweetness, and rather than honestly tasting kind of weird. The original throwback had superior barbecue tang that was just miles away with better products. KFC's original honey barbecue, welcome back, or please go away. Not please go away, child. And I will say, you know, I love me some Popeyes. I do. But that KFC sandwich, it's a sleeper. Okay, I'm just going to let you know. Okay. And also their tenders and their nuggets. Oh, my God. Like, you get McDonald's chicken nuggets and, of course, get the sweet and sour sauce. That's the best sauce that they got. Hot mustard is decent, too. But you put a KFC chicken nugget against a McDonald's chicken nugget, it's not even close, bro. Not even close. So, what was old is now new again. I like to be one of the first to welcome back the original honey barbecue sauce. Not sure what the plans are with the existing barbecue sauce, but after one experiences this new throwback flavor, rather, it's hard to go back to taste the same old. So how does the original sauce mix in with KFC's wide variety of chicken products? I'm glad I asked myself that question, rather. I started simply with coating it with one of KFC's fantastic chicken tenders. This was the one item that could be eaten with a fork, which helped cut down the messy nature of this honey barbecue sauce. The skin did a good job of absorbing the glop and maintaining crispiness when delivered for a bite. The same was also true when munching on the drenched hot wings. The wing sauce added a spice that took this yum honey barbecue sauce in a new direction, where my piece of fried chicken just looked like the wing returned. The skin didn't hold up as well slathered in the sauce. The real winning home for the original honey barbecue sauce can be found between the buns of the chicken sandwich. The sauce is actually rather strong. I didn't realize it until I had it on the sandwich. The fluffy plain bread did a nice job of adding a bit of cushion between the smothered chicken fillet, as well as cutting down on its sharp taste and bringing its flavor into bare focus. The pickles underneath the fillet was another taste win, as the sauce made a good match for dill vinegar attributes. I'm looking forward to more throwbacks from KFC's glorious last, and I hope that includes a new market campaign featuring MC Hammer again. Just be careful, folks. You can touch this sauce, but make sure you have plenty of napkins and wet wipes handy. Otherwise, it's time to lick those fingers good. Yes, indeed. So there you go. So the original honey barbecue sauce is back at KFC. There you go. There's some good news there. And by the way, shout out to KFC. Let's roll it.
Reinsurance.com.
So good.
So good.
So good is everywhere.
So good.
And while no one knows exactly where it started, for 70 years there's been only one way to describe the world's best chicken.
So good.
So good.
It's so good.
Help KFC celebrate 70 years. Get 4 free pieces of original recipe chicken with the purchase of any 10-piece meal or larger.
S-O-G-O-O-D good.
That is so SOGOOD good indeed, KFC. Well done to you. All right, speaking of things that are so SOGOOD good, let's go to blackenterprise.com for our final destination here. CEO Beauty says diversity is key to brand success. Let's get into it. Elf Beauty CEO is reaffirming his company's decision to diversity, equity, and inclusion. We're always here for that. Elf Beauty CEO is reaffirming his company's dedication to diversity, equity, and inclusion practices. As the 47th administration continues to target wrathful DEI practices, Amin is speaking now about the effectiveness of a diverse workforce. In a recent CNN interview, Amin dismissed the criticism as rhetoric without the actual facts, and said that inclusion is a foundational pillar in the growth of his company over the past 21 years. We serve a community that's incredibly diverse, and our team reflects that. Amin said, our diversity is a key competitive advantage in terms of our results. CEO adds, Elf's approach is business-driven, designed to reach a broader customer base and ensure the brand mirrors its audience. So here we go here.
And out front now is e.l.f. Beauty CEO Tarang Amin. Tarang, I appreciate your time. So, you look at GSK, you look at what, and they're saying, look, we got to do this because that word is a problem if we want to do business in the United States to comply with U.S. executive orders at this point. But you at e.l.f. here in the U.S., you've kept DEI at the heart of your mission. You're not changing your words around. And you say you've got data to show that it actually is paying off when it comes to the bottom line. It's not in spite of the bottom line, it's actually driving it. What are you seeing?
Well, we've been in the business for 21 years of democratizing the best of beauty for every eye, lip, and face. And we're big believers that one of the ways we've been able to do that is have a team that reflects the communities we serve. We're also one of only 5 public companies in the US out of 4,000 with a board that's 2/3 diverse, 44%, actually 2/3 women, 44% diverse. And so we believe it's a big driver of our success, and we believe businesses have a role for societal good. So we've never had a DEI program or quotas or some of the things that have been attacked. It's more fundamental than that for us. For us, it's really seeing it as a competitive advantage, and we've definitely seen that in our own results. We had 26 consecutive quarters of net sales growth over 20%. We're the only cosmetics company in the US out of 1,000 that's been growing market share for 26 consecutive quarters. So we've certainly seen it as a driver of our business, and we've continued to partner with other companies, leading nonprofits, to really make the case for greater inclusion on America's corporate boards.
Okay, and as you say, I mean, the words DEI leading into the election, right? Those became bad letters to a lot of people for a variety of reasons. And Trump obviously has had a whole executive order targeting it, right? That you got to get rid of them. And then when people tried to say, internally, we'll just get rid of it, but we'll take the words away, but we'll keep doing it. When the administration found out about that, they said that was not acceptable. Trump has not minced words about where he stands. Let me just play some examples.
My administration has taken action to abolish all discriminatory diversity, equity, and inclusion nonsense. And these are policies that were absolute nonsense throughout the government and the private sector. We ended destructive DEI mandates. DEI would have ruined our country, and now it's dead. I think DEI is dead.
Do you think it's dead? I mean, I know you're talking about your company, but when you look out there at everything else, when you look at Burberry and GSK just tonight, when you look out there at your peers who are CEOs, do you think the president's right that DEI is dead?
Well, I don't believe it's dead. And I believe the concept of greater diversity, greater inclusion is very much favored by most of the CEOs I talk to. I've never met a CEO who didn't want the best possible workforce they could get. And we see lots of data. There's a lot of rhetoric, but without the actual facts. And so we've partnered with NCA&T University. We published a not so white paper last year that showed the absolute correlation of diversity to better results. Today, we issued a press release where we cited some more of their research, where they studied gender diversity and its correlation to return on equity. And what they found over an 8-year period from 2018 to 2024 is companies who had board of directors with greater than average gender diversity outperformed boards that had less than average gender diversity. And the outperformance every single year is staggering. On average, 256% better performance. So the facts would tell you a different story than a lot of the rhetoric.
So do you worry, though, that by speaking out about this the way you are, given how the president feels, given what GSK just said, right? They're removing the word diversity from their website to comply with U.S. executive orders. You're on TV saying diversity is the key to financial success, as you have seen it. Are you worried that doing that puts e.l.f. at risk? Basically, puts you in right in front of the administration.
Well, we are who we are. For 21 years, we've democratized access, and we're very clear. We believe it's a competitive advantage to have a team that reflects the communities we serve. Having a diverse board has been very important to us in our decision making. So we're standing for what we stand for. We have for 21 years. We're going to continue to.
All right. Well, Tarang, thank you very much. And of course, a brand that people see everywhere: Walmart, Sephora, Target, when you talk about e.l.f. So very omnipresent. Thank you so much. I appreciate your time.
Well, thank you for having me.
And I bet you Melania is a customer. The comment, and I bet you some of the government officials probably use ELF as well. The comments came days after 47 criticized corporations that maintain DEI programs. 47 said DEI divides Americans and undermines merit-based performance. But your mom and dad were immigrants as well, so yeah. Headquartered in Oakland, California, ELF Beauty has become one of the fastest growing mass market cosmetic companies in the United States. Forbes report that ELF Beauty employee demographics consist of 74% women, over 40% diverse, and over 72% millennial and Gen Z. It also collaborates with organizations that promote career pathways for underrepresented communities in marketing, technology, and product design. I mean, told CNN that diversity is not political stance, but a reflection of who the company serves. We are proud. Stand for inclusion, he said, is not new for us. It's a part of our DNA. Many correlate that ELF's beauty stance and includes brand have contributed to its recent success. The company's net sales increased 22% last fiscal year, outpacing those of other major beauty firms. ELF Beauty experienced 9 consecutive months of growth in the last quarter, 2024, and grew revenue by 4% to $980.9 million. The company's success earned recognition as one of Fast Company's most innovative companies for 2025. I mean, said that ELF will continue investing in programs that reflect its consumer base. We built a brand that's accessible, affordable, and authentic, and that's what drives our success. Honestly, y'all, are we really listening to a president that most of the customers get ELF look better than his existence? I mean, his own mother said, right, that he is stupid, he should not get into politics. Just like Misdiagnosis' mother did not want her, she actually wanted a boy. Just keep it up. But now here's your positive news story to end the show here. Look at these two. Clay Thompson and Megan Thee Stallion. Look at this, y'all. Look at the love here. Oh my Lord. I love these two. Like, the Bulldogs love Clay. Like, if you get past the Bulldogs, you got her, man. Listen, this is just so beautiful, and we need to celebrate the good that's happening in our neighborhoods. Otherwise, how can we embrace anything good if we don't celebrate? So that is your show, everybody. I appreciate each and every single one of you. I hope you guys enjoy our new theme song. You guys will be hearing that theme song a lot more. Don't forget, tonight at 6 p.m., we will be talking Real Housewives of Potomac. That's right, black men talking about black women. I know, a shocking concept. Also, I know Kim Pyre, Jeremy Speaks, and Chef Don, and many other black men will speak about black women. So if you don't like those, black men speaking about black women, don't watch them. But y'all gonna have the black dancing, black proxy, black imagination. Still tune into them because you like them for them. And if they're public figures, everybody got the right to talk about them. It's called freedom of speech. Look it up. It's the First Amendment. One love, much love, all love. I feel the love. Let's send it right back to you. Bye, everybody. Have a wonderful day. Peace.
I thought I should tell you, they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's faith. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you.
Prepare for a journey beyond imagination, beyond belief, beyond anything you've experienced before. Universal Epic Universe, a new theme park where you'll step through extraordinary portals to 5 immersive worlds. Prepare for a cosmic voyage of discovery, an isle of fire-breathing excitement, a shadowy world of monsters and mystery, new wonders in the wizarding world, and a new way to play. Plus the splendor of a magnificent resort hotel overlooking the park. It's all new excitement at Universal Orlando Resort. A week's worth of vacation thrills with 4 amazing theme parks, a variety of spectacular themed hotels, and incredible dining and entertainment. It's all at Universal Orlando Resort, where you'll find new adventures every day. Explore the astonishing worlds of Universal Epic Universe at Universal Orlando Resort.
Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content.
Child relevant over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child relevant over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child relevant over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying